Welcome to another video as part of our Carl video series. My name is Rob from Head Simulations, and today I'm going to be giving you a brief walkthrough of the Carl Pro software. I won't be going into too many details about the specific functionalities or actually testing Carl's hearing today. All of that can be seen in separate videos, but hopefully by the end of this video you'll have a good understanding of what the different functionality is inside of the software and generally how to navigate around the interface. So to begin, what you see right now is the screen in which you land on when you first load up the Carl Pro. You can tell right now, based on the header, that we are in the audiograms functionality because it's slightly bolded. In the audiograms functionality, this is where we can select an audiogram to test, a single audiogram to test. And when you select one, if I select this example that I want to test, you can see Carl Pro is listening at the bottom right. You can change it from single pane to dual pane. You can finish to see what your results are. All of this is in the audiograms view, and this is when you can test one audiogram at a time. Next is the playlist functionality inside of Carl Pro. So playlists, just as a playlist of songs is a group of songs together in which you can play in order or you can shuffle, playlist refers to a group of audiograms that are in a row or you can shuffle. So all of these on the left are a whole bunch of different playlists that are loaded into Carl. They were either preloaded with Carl or that we created our own afterwards. And these are anywhere from 2 to 10 audiograms that are all loaded up into one playlist that you can play in a row or that you can shuffle. And a big feature and a reason for which people use playlists is that you can add a lot more structure to the playlists than doing a single audiogram. So you can determine, do you want this playlist to have a time limit? A trainee or a learner only has a certain amount of time to test 3 audiograms in a row. You can determine whether you want it to be a practice session or a test session, how many audiograms you want in a row, and finally, you won't get any results from doing audiograms in these playlists until you're done the whole playlist. So as you can probably see in a couple of these titles, this is used quite a lot for specific testing cases so that trainees or people who are learning how to do these clinical procedures can test 2 or 3 cases in a row, and then the instructor can see afterwards how close they got to the actual results. So this audiogram and playlist feature are the 2 ways in which you can test Carl's hearing, and be sure to check out other videos for more details on both of them. Third is the recording feature up here. So in this screen, you can record exactly what Carl is hearing through his microphones in both the left and the right ear, so you'll get a binaural recording. And after you set up your different settings that you want to record through, so do you want to record through no hearing loss? Do you want to record through a hearing loss simulator? Do you want to add ear canal transforms or headroom? Make all the setting changes that you want. When we click record, Carl is now recording exactly what he's hearing me talk about. And then he's going to provide a WAV file to me right afterwards, which you'll see Chrome just had a drop down here, and I will be able to take that recording and do whatever I wish with it. So whether it's understanding hearing loss a little bit better, whether it's fitting instruments, fitting hearing aids and hearing what they sound like, or whether it's actually in counseling and creating sound demos, all of this is possible with the recording feature. Next is the calibrate feature. So Carl needs to be calibrated when you are looking to do a hearing test on Carl. So you don't need to calibrate Carl for a recording, but if you want him to respond properly during a hearing test, as you probably do, he needs to be recorded for both he needs to be calibrated for both your environment as well as the audiometer and the transducer that you are using. Finally, we're going to go into the admin portal here. And when I go into the admin portal, you'll see here is where we can create an audiogram and where we can create a playlist. So all of the audiograms that come preloaded with Carl, you can modify those, you can delete those, you can change the name of those, you can do whichever you wish, and you can create your own. So you can really customize exactly what is set up in your Carl Pro. And the same goes for playlists. You can edit, you can delete those, just really set up your Carl for how you want to use it. So that concludes a really quick look through of what you can do with Carl. Test Carl's hearing in a variety of different ways, create a playlist, record sounds of what Carl is hearing, of course calibrating Carl for a hearing test, and then creating your own audiograms, which you can both test as well as record through. This was a very, very surface level look of the interface, so be sure to check out our other videos for more of a deep dive on how to use all of this functionality. And if there's any questions that you still have, please feel free to reach out to a member of our team.